I don't know why.
Hi guys, what's up? It's Summer and welcome, or perhaps welcome back to my channel. Thank you guys so much for clicking on this video. In today's video, I'm going to be doing my most anticipated release of 2021. So I'm just going to be talking about anticipated releases of 2021 for February. So yeah, of course, not all the books that have or are going to be released in February will be on this anticipated list, but just books that I am extremely thinking about checking out from my library. That's right, I said checking out and not buying. So 2021, doing a little bit of progress, okay? So without further ado, let's just go ahead and get into this video. Alright, so I'm going to start with the book Wild Rain. This book is from the series Woman Who Dare. I think it's the second book in the series. So this book releases February 9th. So this book is about a reporter. He is new in this town that he comes to, and I think that he's specifically doing a report, or like he's reporting for a newspaper dealing with specifically black doctors. So when he's doing that, he finds this man by the name of Colton, I believe. So he decides that Colton will be the one that he is going to do his, like report on, until he meets Colton's sister named Spring. And then after he meets her, it's pretty much a wrap. She has instantly caught his attention. I think that she owns a ranch. She wears jeans a lot. I'm going with the whole she's different type of vibe, but of course there's always that one problem. So Spring has apparently or she's trying to get over a scandalous past lifestyle that she used to live. So the last thing that she is looking for is love, and so of course with him being interested in her, she's like no. So they basically just have to deal with the struggle of being able to see if there are differences, and I'm assuming her past pain actually unites them, or if it tears them apart. But I'm pretty sure it's a love story, so I think it unites them. So next book I have on my list is called Serena Flips the Script. This book releases February 16th. This book is about Serena, and she is getting sick and tired of her community, her friends, her family telling her what she should want for her own life. And basically just where she should be in life right now. She doesn't need domestic bliss to be happy with her life. Things are going good, and as she planned for life to go so far, she has this new job in Washington, but she does deal with the hassle of her mother continuously wanting her to be like her sister, and I'm assuming to want the role of being a mother and a wife. That is until a new coworker comes along. So next book I have on my list is called The Kindest Lie. So this book releases February 2nd, and this book takes place during 2018 when President Obama was president. So I believe the setting is set in Chicago, and we have Ruth, who is an Ivy League educated black engineer. She is married to a successful man. Her husband, however, is very eager to start a family and just kind of move forward with his life. But Ruth is very uncertain because she still hasn't been able to cope, or kind of get over the fact that she gave birth to a baby when she was way younger in age, and her family kind of forced her to leave this child because of her age. So she then makes this promise to her family that she's going to, forget that part of her life and just kind of never bring it up. But it's really hassling her, and she feels like she can't have another child until she does kind of deal with that reality that she already had her first child. She decides, in order to make peace, that she's going to go back to her hometown. And she is seeing all these things, all the racial issues going on. She's seeing the unemployment. She's seeing poverty. Basically just having to see these things when she does go back to her city. So this is supposed to be a story that captures the heartbreaking divide between black and white communities and offers both an unflinching view of motherhood in contemporary America and the never-ending quest to achieve the American dream. Okay, so next book I have is called Honey Girl. This book releases February 23rd, and this book basically is about a young lady who has just gotten her PhD in astronomy. So she's this straight-A student. She's always done really good in her life, and so to celebrate this, she just got her PhD. Her and her friends decide to go on a girl trip to Vegas, and she's not the type that would just get drunk and just go wild until the night that she does get drunk in Las Vegas, and she ends up marrying a stranger whom she does not even know their name. And so that's pretty much all I know about the book, but it sounds, I'm already interested. It is definitely a must pick up for me or check out for me. The next book I'm going to be talking about is Love is a Revolution. So this book is going to be released February 2nd. So this book is about a plus-size girl that ends up going to an open mic night for a celebration. I think it's like a birthday celebration for her friends. So while she is there, she meets this DJ that instantly grabs her attention. She wants to get to know him. You know, like she's attracted to him. She's feeling him, you know, she's feeling him. In the process of getting to know him, she realizes that he is very, very passionate about like social injustice, and so he is an activist, and she can't really relate to that because she's not. She would rather stay in the house. Not saying that's a bad thing, but she's just not one of those people. So in order to kind of get close to him, and in order to kind of have like more things like in common with him, she does end up lying to him to be able to seem like they have, like I said, so much in common, and we're gonna see where that gets her. So this next book we have is by Lone Lee. To my knowledge, this is about a guy and a girl, typical story, right? And so these two people, both, like their parents like own a restaurant, and they actually end up being like rivals. They have literally avoided each other their entire lives, and they start to notice that there might actually be something there past like the fury that they both cause each other and them being rivals. So I believe they both have a bit of like family issues like going on, a lot of like expectations, a lot of pressure put on them, and so I think they just kind of end up, you know, colliding together. Okay, so this next book, I really do not want to say the beginning name of it because I do not like this word like at all. I don't like the F word, so I'm going to skip it, and you guys can tell me what the name of it is here. This book is by Crystal Maldonado. So this is about a plus-size girl that desperately wants like a good relationship like with her body. She gets a lot of talk from people at school. She gets a lot of down talk from her mom. She gets a lot of down talk from her friends. But it's very hard for her to be able to have a comfortable relationship with her body because her mom's always leaving weight loss shakes on her dresser. Basically, she's experiencing like the world and everyone in it having ideas that she should be slim, or she should be this, or she should wear that, be smaller, be whiter, be quieter. But there's one person who was always in Charlie's corner, and this was her best friend Amelia. So Amelia is the perfect look type. She's slim, she's popular. Charlie starts a tentative relationship with cute classmate Brian, the first worthwhile guy to notice her. Everything is perfect until she learns one thing, that he axed out her best friend first. Honestly, like I just gotta say, I haven't read it yet, but I feel like I was in Charlie's position when I was younger. So this next book is called Some Other Now. This book will be released February 23rd, and so this book is about a girl caught between two brothers as the three of them navigate family loss and love over the course of 2 summers. So the next book is called Less is More: How Degrowth Will Save the World, and so this book is going to be released February 25th. It says the world has finally awoken to the reality of climate breakdown and ecological collapse. And the overall point I feel like is the degrowth is basically how like if they use less, they can become more. So the next book is called My Year Abroad, and it's by Chang Ray Lee. So this book is about rich with commentary on Western attitudes, Eastern stereotypes, capitalism again. global trade, mental health, parenthood, mentorship, and more. So a young American in Asia, a Chinese man in America, and an unlikely couple hiding out in the suburbs. So this book is supposed to be filled with humor, darkness, suspense, a bit of a thriller, and I'm ready to see what's in store. So the next book we have is Spurs Comes Leg. So I'm 1000% picking up this book because of the hopefully really good Muslim representation. So this book is about a woman who is, I think she's like very social media like famous. She might even be like a YouTuber. She has little time for love and even less time for men in her private messages until the day a certain international superstar slides into her DMs. So it says, Dev is used to drama, which is the man that slides into her DM, but a strange woman who accuses him of wooing her online, well, that's a new one. As much as he'd like to focus on his Hollywood fresh start, he can't get Jaya out of his head, especially once he starts to suspect who might have used his famous name to catfish her. So the next book I have is The Gilded Ones, and I know a lot of people have probably already heard about this one by now. It's about a 16-year-old girl named Dika. She lives in fear in anticipation of the blood ceremony that will determine whether she will become a member of her village. So she then wishes to be able to have red blood so she can finally like belong in her village and like to her community. But it says at the ceremony her blood runs gold, the color of impurity, which is obviously like a bad sign in her village. She decides to leave the only life she's ever known, but as she journeys to the capital to train for the biggest battle of her life, she will discover that the great walled city holds many surprises. Nothing and no one are quite what they seem to be, not even herself. So this next book is called The Kitchen Front. Basically, this book is set during World War II, and people are having to ration their foods as they did in real life in World War II. So these 4 women decide to enter this cooking contest to be able to show women at home and people how to ration their food to be able to obviously savor the food. And if they win the contest, they will, because the 4 women are all experiencing different problems during the time of war. One of them is trying to get away from her hostile husband, and if she's able to have the money to be able to get away from him, she'll be able to get away from everything that she's trying to run away from. The other lady is a widow and she needs to pay off her husband's debt. And basically all 4 of these women basically need to win the contest to be able to get out of their life situations despite the fact that they are in war. And so I just find it really interesting that they're going to be on a cooking show showing women how to ration food, or showing people how to ration food. Okay, so I'm almost done. The very last book I'm going to talk about is Finlay, Donovan is Killing It. So all I know is this is about a single mom whose fiction treads dangerously close to the truth as she becomes tangled in a real life murder investigation. And that's it. That's all I have for you. But honestly, the cover is nice. I'm intrigued. Okay, so that is it for my anticipated February releases. If there's a book that is releasing in February and you would like to share it, go ahead and put it down in the comment box. I would like to know. Even if there's a book that has not been released or isn't going to be released in February, if you still would like to let me know, I'd love to chat about it. Like I said, I would like to make another one of these if you guys would be interested. I would of course be doing the next month, March and April, and I think I'll be combining those two. I've already started to kind of like make a list. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please do not forget to hit that subscribe button before you leave, and hopefully I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.
Everything was so cool, but lately you've been acting brand new. You were so different when I met you, and ain't gonna lie, I missed all you. Something just been missing, baby. I can tell the difference whenever